Yo, it is the 6th of January, and I'm shouting at 1 in the morning, and I have 2 workouts I need to go complete after this for 75 hard, which is so Bomba Clark hooked. But it is now technically the 3rd day of being settled in London. And as you know, if you've been following along with the journey, I was on a date yesterday, and the day before that, I settled into London. I got extremely sick the same night. And today I've been like dying, but the day before that, I think I invested like 15,000 euro. So it's just been back to back to back to back crazy. Now, the sickness obviously isn't on par with that, but it's been like these crazy events. And to be honest, a lot of progression and self-awareness too. I've been working a lot with my mentor on some stuff, which I'm not going to reveal for a while, just because I want to see it come into action first. But yeah, I mean, all I can say is it's been good. It's been interesting. And I want to start off by saying, even though it's only been 3 days, and even though I've already traveled the world, I've gone to Tokyo, Bali, Japan, all these different places. I think we did like 10 to 15 countries last year, like 20 different locations. By we, I mean me. I do think you need to move out of your hometown. And I did technically, because I did a couple months in a couple places, but now I'm so ready to settle in London for a few months. And I have emotional bias. I went on a date. I like the individual. I have a lot of friends here. But I think it is so beneficial to put yourself in your comfort zone, or in your discomfort zone, and force yourself to grow. Even today, first of all, I'm extremely ill. I'm so sick, but it's 1 a.m. and I've been working nonstop from 1 p.m. Well, not nonstop. I had like a 2-hour gap because I was at a WeWork. I was with a bunch of friends. I was speaking to them for maybe 2 hours on and off. That's still 10 hours, and it didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like I worked hard or I worked a lot. I have all of tomorrow planned. Now it's been a little bit chaotic because I've been out of routine. I don't really have a gym. So even my workouts, like I said, are right after this. But my energy's here, and I feel excited about the work I'm gonna go do and the scale I'm gonna bring these companies at and the future ahead of me here, the amount of opportunities. Whereas in my hometown, the weirdest example, I went to a cafe consistently for about maybe like 10 days, not even every day, or like let's say 2 weeks to be fair, throughout Christmas, New Year's, whatever it was, because I left on the 3rd of January to move to London. The barista and I had a bunch of mutuals, and by the end of it, she had found my Instagram because she had known I was leaving. I think she was trying to hit on me, but it doesn't matter. The point is, she ain't my type, but the point is, no offense, the point is, it's such a small place where everybody knows everybody, and it's so easy to feel comfortable. It's so easy to not want to grow or do bigger things. But if you have any desire to do anything big or go, I don't know, just be someone or something, I really think it's worth moving out of your hometown. And I know it's easier said than done, and I'm in a more fortunate opportunity or circumstance than a lot of people, and I don't take it for granted. I'm very grateful for what I have and where I am. But I am saying, I think if you ever have the opportunity arise, I think take it, man. Or woman. My boy from my hometown, not Ilya, but Nick, is moving to London rather soon. And it's like, it's so cool because I know he's been a few times, but I've been a couple times too. I was like 5 times last year to London, and I know the amount of growth he's going to endure here and the amount of opportunity he's going to see is something that is so unmatched. Now, London's a little bit sketch, so you need to obviously be careful and you need to work around it. But the amount of opportunities you can have as a byproduct, the amount of cool people you can meet is so insane. Like, I was at a WeWork today, and there was this guy next to me who overheard me talking on a couple meetings back to back. And he was like, "Sorry, what do you do?" And I was like, "Oh, we run a coaching company and a recruitment and management agency on the back end." And like, if you look at me, bro, I look like a twink. I got blonde hair. It's kind of gone now, but I'm getting bleached again soon. I need a haircut. You know, Like, I dress all baggy, I dress like a freaking skateboard dude. And he was like, who is this kid who's talking about these things? And he asked me, like, what do you do? And I told him, and he was like, oh, that's fire. And he wanted to talk more, but I had meetings, so I was like, oh, like let's talk in a bit. I just gotta finish with these meetings. And I spoke to him, and he used to consult Coca-Cola's company because they had, well, he had a team of consultants that was working under him, and I think it was his first company or his first business. Long story short, he helped them save a lot of money on a 1.5 year deal. And he worked with a bunch of other companies like that too. That was his first company. And then the second one out was like this fitness app, which is very cool because this is someone who's now like, I think in his early 30s, and he got my Instagram. He was like, let's go hit a workout. The gym that he even trains at is like 400 pounds a month, by the way. So that alone is like, okay, you're already meeting people that are of the upper echelon, which if you want to go down that path, you need to meet people like this because it will make it significantly easier when you talk to someone face to face and realize they are no more special than you. But then at the same time, you have these guys who are like up here, and then you have people on the other side who maybe don't have these crazy aspirations, and that's okay too, because at least they're living how they want to live. Some people just don't want to do absurd things. Some people rather stick to a wage, and that's okay. But when you have both people in your life, you are more grounded, therefore you are more humble, and you are just more understanding of life in itself. My issue earlier this year was I was so out of touch with reality because I was spending so much time with only business owners that I just assumed if people had something bad go in their life, they could throw money at it and fix it. And that's not the normality. And I didn't come from money by any means. My parents did not come from money. My siblings did not come from money. But seeing how easy it was to get into that state of mentality of thinking that you could just throw money and fix it, I was like, wow, that was crazy. Because 6 months prior, I didn't have that. But I got a little too out of touch. Being in a big city where you see both sides of the spectrum makes you realize you are no better than anybody else. You are maybe just in a slightly more fortunate position, but you're not special, bro. I just recorded something about this, and it's like, I was growing up and I was continuously told I'm special and that I would account for big things. And because of that, I kind of developed this ideology that I actually was better. And after having a bit of accomplishment at a young age, at 14, I started to think I was a man, and I got this insane ego. And it damn near ruined my life for a minute. And it made me not a great person to be around. And when I realized that and I fixed it, I didn't blame anybody. I didn't externalize it and say, why did you tell me I'd be something? But I think that idea made me not work as hard as I could have. It's a weird thing, but if you want to do anything big, move to a big city. And even if you don't, or you're not sure, try it out, because you're never going to regret living in a place like Paris or London or New York or something really cool like Tokyo in your life. When you look back, you're just going to say, yeah, screw it, it was awesome. And also, like, this is autistic, but by the time I'm 25, my frontal cortex has finished evolving. I assume my accent's finished evolving too, because I didn't really have, now I have like more of an international American accent, but I had an Irish one growing up. I have a twang of Irish accent though. Living in London will give me a bit of a London accent. So I have a London, American, Irish. So even just the cool conversations I can have where people are like, where are you from? I can't tell. And I'm like, oh, I lived in London, but I was born and raised in Ireland, but I developed an international accent through a business whilst growing up. Like, I'm gonna have a cool story. I'm gonna be brandable. I'm gonna go viral on social media soon enough. And I don't say that because I really want virality. I say it because I want to eventually get to a point where I can inspire people. And even this, it's not going to get a lot of views. I'm sure we'll get to a point where we'll get more and more views as we go. But it's first of all self-documentation. And when people watch this, they'll realize I'm no better than any of you. And you'll realize that you can do whatever it is you want to do. Because we are all just goons. That's what I'm leaving you with. Peace.